it has heritage. We go back to Italy.
Yeah.
We're in other countries. So it has nothing to do with money or business. Of course, everybody goes for money once they're in it, but
Correct.
that's life. Everybody does that at every part of life. But it really had nothing to do with money.
Okay. So you mentioned your time in the Rampers in your show. Give me the difference between the brotherhood of being like in a gang like the Rampers versus being an inducted member in Cosa Nostra. What are the differences and similarities?
Well, being in a gang is very, very local. A couple of blocks, a small little neighborhood. Like I said, Cosa Nostra is worldwide. It's all over the place.
Yeah.
It started in the 12th century, 13th century. It has history. And the difference is like night and day. And people in the neighborhood, if they knew that you were a made guy, it was like, wow, these guys are kings. You don't fuck with them. You don't play with them. It was a whole different world. There's a lot of rules and regulations in Cosa Nostra that we have to abide by, but it's a whole different life.
So your role as an associate, you talk a lot about that. How important is the role of an associate? And then let's talk a little bit about business, right? Whether it be your contractors, versus your employees or your made guys. But how important is the role of associate in the mob and also in people's businesses?
Well, in business, it has a lot of strength because when you go into business, especially construction with unions and stuff like that, you have the power of the entire mafia behind you.
Yeah.
It opens up a lot of doors. The mafia controls different guys in different families, control union people, delegates, and all kinds of people in all kinds of different places. I'll give you a quick example.
Yeah.
You open up a little pizzeria. You got to make good pizza, calzones, and you have to attract your little neighborhood people to come in and build a reputation.
Correct.
Now, if you're an associate under me, I say, listen, Tom just opened up a pizzeria. Take your wives, your friends, go over there and eat.
Yeah.
So now you're getting 50, 100 different kind of people coming in, not because you're a good business guy or the pizza's good, but because you're an associate with me. And so it does have effects on business and stuff like that. Those customers, maybe you would have never even got.
Good point.
So it gives you a step up.
Good point. So how did your life change after becoming a made man?
Well, I always had a little bit of a reputation growing up in the Rampers. I was always tough. I got in trouble a lot. So people knew who I was. But when I became a made member, now I never talked about it. You don't talk about these things, but they get out. People tend to know what's going on.
Yeah.
And the respect level goes through the roof. Let's say I went to a club, a little nightclub. Now, months before, I'm waiting online to get in. Now I go and I get on that same line. Bouncer sees me, goes inside. He says, "Hey, Sammy the Bull's on the line." And he comes out. "Bye, Sammy, come on with me. You don't have to wait online. And I got a spot for you in the VIP room."
Yeah.
Big difference. It's night and day, the difference.
It's like you're like a celebrity, and yeah.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is a celebrity. I mean, look at the movies. Godfather 1 and 2, Goodfellas, Casino, and on and on and on. And then look at the names. Look